Thank you. All right, let's move on to North Korea. The country has warned of imminent nuclear war with the United States.
Well, this is in reaction to a live fire bombing drill the U.S. and her ally, South Korea, carried out in the Korean peninsula. North Korea is accusing the U.S. of engaging in military provocations, which could lead to a nuclear conflict in the region.
Last week, North Korea successfully test-launched what it claims is its first intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM. And the United States, under President Donald Trump, has consistently frowned at the country's nuclear tests, seeking decisive action against the country.
Well, yes, joining us from Scotland via Skype at this time is the CEO Diaspora PRO, Jermaine Sonwolu. Thank you for your time on the show. Now, North Korea is threatening U.S. and South Korea that they are trying to push the country to a tipping point that could lead to war. Now, isn't it a situation of the pot calling kettle black?
Thank you for having me. That is exactly what is actually going on. North Korea has proven to be the aggressor over a couple of years. They've tested many missiles, and they've always tried to pose that threat to the United Nations and the smaller South Korean nation. So it's actually the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah, former President of the United States, George W. Bush, had described North Korea as part of the axis of evil. But how seriously should we take the threat of coming from North Korea? Some experts actually say that, look, North Korea is just only looking for attention, that it will amount to suicide if Kim Jong-un actually, follows up on his threat.
Kim Jong-un is just trying to deliver a posture of strength, a posture of confidence, so that the North Koreans will know that he's actually as strong or even stronger than his father. Now, they pose a threat, but not a significant one. Right now, they've tested the missiles, I think that was on July 4th, and it was successful. And this missile was shown to be able to cover the distance at this stage between 4,000 to 5,000 miles, which is quite far. And from that to North Korea, it can actually reach places like Alaska, can reach places like Hawaii, and even the Pearl Harbor. We know what happened there a while ago, some years ago. So it shows that they are building up that capacity to be able to have an intercontinental ballistic missile, which they have in the missile right now. But the fact now is that it doesn't actually show that that missile can actually carry a nuclear warhead, which is operational. It doesn't show that that nuclear warhead, once it leaves, it can take off and actually enter the atmosphere. It doesn't also show that we have the capacity to actually mount an attack. What may lead to it come down to actually cause maximum damage. What it shows right now is that they have something to actually go off. It doesn't mean that they come down successfully. And also, the American government has spent over $40 billion to have what they call the ground-based mid-course defense missile shields, which can actually take out any missile that they may try and throw to the American nation. But Americans are just concerned is their strong partner, which is South Korea. And this is just all about politics, about power play, and we really believe that though they pose a threat, the Americans can deal with them decisively. It's a push.
All right, let's look at the Americans, really, because North Korea's act of exploring these nuclear weapons has become a big headache for the country over years. President Clinton tried during his time. President George W. Bush also tried, but they failed using diplomatic means. And then Obama tried isolation. It also failed. North Korea is still exploring nuclear weapons now. And from the drill U.S. and South Korea carried out, it's obvious that it's possible they are trying a military option. And if that happens, what do you foresee it could happen? Because Russia is insisting that the ICBM missile test North Korea carried out was a medium-range missile that the U.S. is just crying wolf.
Well, you're right. Now, the real situation right now is that Russia is trying to play some politics when it comes to actually declaring the right figures. The Japanese, the South Koreans, the Americans, and even the North Koreans said that that missile that they tested, flew for 37 minutes and covered a distance of 1,800 miles. Which is quite far. But the Russians now came to say that it only flew for around 14 minutes and only covered 332